Hey guys, it's MaizeMan112, and today I'm going to bring you guys another live comm on the map. Dome, playing Domination. I'm using the PP90 here. I do believe I have Flak Jacket Pro or Blast Shield Pro, extended mags, and I'm just running your standard 3-5 for your kill streak. Got a hit marker, but no kill on that one. I always like to try throwing that first Simtax right over to the A. You know everybody's going to go over there. They normally come right down to this little hallway here. Got nobody. Let's go check out what's going on C. But today my big question to you guys is who is your favorite YouTube commentator, and really why? And what really got you into the YouTube scene? Whether or not, you do commentating yourself, or you're just here for, the videos, or you're here for the influence that people have, or you just find some people entertaining. Where you at? The reason why I bring this up is because you guys, I'm a newer channel, smaller channel, just trying to kind of figure out where my common ground with a lot of the viewers are, to get different topics of what should be discussed and what you guys are looking for, because that's what I want to bring you guys is the highest quality that I can, and I want to bring you guys something you guys are interested in. So I would really look forward to your feedback. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the quick story of what got me into YouTube. And where I plan to go with YouTube, and if I ever plan on it being more than just kind of a hobby that I do down in the basement. So to go ahead and start, as you guys notice, I've been on YouTube since 2008. That's when I first created the MaizeMan112. That's when I first got started watching, and I was really just looking for tips in Modern Warfare. Tips on the maps, because you guys remember there's little spots where you could get on top of the roofs and stuff like that, and stuff that I didn't really plan on using during an actual match, but stuff that I found that was pretty interesting. And that's really what got me looking on YouTube. But at that point in time, you didn't have commentators. All you had were people putting up short clips, showing you how to do this. And you might have a couple verbal cues and stuff like that, but you never had the full length commentary of someone talking the entire time. Just got one out of that. And what brought me really into the Call of Duty community in general was a very controversial subject at the time. It was the giveaways. And I don't want to go ahead and pick on any one person or any few people here, but there are really two of the main culprits to the entire giveaway video, and that was XJaws and Whiteboy. And they received a ton of flack from this, a ton of hate. All because they were doing these giveaways, and it seemed like they were on almost a schedule with doing these giveaways, where one would do it one day, but that's just networking. And really what it did was it opened up the Call of Duty community to a much larger demographic that they hadn't seen before. They were getting themselves on the homepage. They were coming up on the most liked, the most popular, most subscribed. They were really popping up on all that stuff, and it caught my eye. So I went ahead and I watched a couple of these giveaway videos from both XJaws and Whiteboy. I even go ahead and left a comment in the section below. I liked the video, gave it a good thumbs up, but I never subscribed. The reason why I didn't subscribe is because there was nothing tangible there that I thought I could really hold on to in a really long-term setting. But this really opened the gate to other Call of Duty commentators. And one of these Call of Duty commentators was Woody's Gamertag. Now, Woody's Gamertag, if you guys don't know, he is one of the older commentators in the game right now. But he's a very wise guy. I don't mean wise guy as in, Goodfellas type of wise, hey, wise guy, eh? I mean, he's a very smart individual. He has gone through a lot in life. I mean, he has gone through both undergrad and graduate school. He has, a family, a house. He's a very well-established individual. And just to hear his point of view, and that he was able to do all these things while maintaining, this Call of Duty channel at the same time, I found very intriguing. And it kept me, yearning for some more. Now, once I started, following Woody, I didn't subscribe right away. I would just kind of, search his name and kept up with him. And it probably was, a good month or so watching his videos almost on a daily basis that I decided to go ahead and subscribe. Now, Woody was the only one I subscribed to for a long period of time. I don't want to go ahead and throw a month or an actual number on it, but it was probably, 6 or 7 months or so that Woody was the only one I've subscribed to. And I almost took pride in, that he was the only one I subscribed to just because of his intellect. I am a little bit older than some of the demographic, or some of the people playing the game. So it was kind of interesting to see that older viewpoint, because there was things, you know, White Boy or X-Jaws to be talking about, and I couldn't relate. I wasn't in high school at the time. You know, I wasn't single. I was already married. So these were kind of things that, you know, I found interesting. You know, I liked their, you know, the persona they placed and everything like that, but it was just kind of difficult to actually, you know, get to level with them on a personal level. So I started watching Woody, and this kind of led me to some other people in the Call of Duty scene. The first one of these is actually Wings of Redemption. And as I said, I didn't subscribe to anybody else besides Woody for a while. But the first person I did subscribe to after that was Wings of Redemption. Now, Wings of Redemption is someone who's closer to my age, so I thought he would have some of the same viewpoints. I'm not going to go ahead and knock him because he hasn't gone to college or anything like that, but Wings is a pretty smart individual that sometimes needs to do a little bit more fact-checking before he goes ahead and says some things. I'm not trying to put him down. I did unsubscribe from Wings, but that was really only during... He seems to bitch a lot, to whine a lot, and I really don't like that. I'm looking for a more upbeat. And what really got me involved with Wings was when he was going through his relationship issues. I'm not going to say her name. I do know her name off the top of my head just because it's a pretty uncommon name. But he's going through these relationship issues, and it was just interesting to see, you know, what he was going through and what he felt about being able to support a family, and how big of an impact that really made on him. That's something that he didn't expect. And at that point in time, me and my wife, we were trying to have a child. So it was kind of interesting to see, you know, that his life was more fulfilled when he, you know, had to support a family, and knowing that if this, you know, if he didn't work, if he didn't get things done, that, you know, his family was going to suffer. And it was almost, you know, he was taking, I don't want to say that adult role, but he was taking a very, you know, mature approach to things, and it's almost like you could see him grow up right in front of your eyes. I really did like this, but like I said, I did, you know, unsubscribe from Woody, or from Wings, just because I hate complainers, I hate whiners, and it seems he does get an awful lot of hate on his channel, which is, you know, not all deserved hate, but it's really hard to follow someone day in and day out when they're very depressing, very condescending, and it just, you know, if I wanted to hear complaints, you know, I guess I would call my father-in-law. You know, he's always, you know, showing his displeasure for me anyways. And it was these people that kind of helped me broaden my horizon and venture out to people outside of Call of Duty. You know, I started watching a little bit more of Ray William Johnson and Tabasco, some of the bigger YouTubers that I didn't really see until, you know, after this whole kind of Call of Duty, you know, thing got me into the original thing. So it only helped YouTube as well. And really, my big kick lately has been Rooster Teeth. If you guys aren't familiar with Rooster Teeth, you might be familiar with the Red vs. Blue series. This is a series that's shot on Xboxes, and using the game of Halo. And it's pretty interesting to see what you could do with just a game. And, you know, a couple friends and a couple captured cards and a couple microphones, and they make this, you know, what they've really turned an entire business out of. And this is kind of, you know, spawned into my latest little venture, which is, you know, this little mini-series of Minecraft, and trying to do it using Machinima. This has been an extremely difficult, extremely steep learning curve for me. Just learning how everything goes, how to edit everything, learning, you know, I have no kind of cinematography school or education like that, so learning how to write a script and all that stuff is just a very big challenge, but I like challenges, so I find it very interesting. But, you know, on the other aspect of it, it's been very difficult, it's been very frustrating. There's times where I'll put hours upon hours into something, and then something just will be just off, and I'll have to scrap everything I spent that time on, whether it be, you know, what I've captured, or just the audio was just a little bit off. And so, you know, no one really likes to fail, but, you know, I try to judge myself not, you know, always by my accomplishments, not at the, you know, my top moments, but sometimes when you're at the lowest is, you know, really where a person's character is judged. But, you know, guys, I'm just curious, you know, what your guys' story is. You know, what really brings you guys to YouTube? If you guys are running a channel, you know, what really keeps you guys motivated? Go ahead, you know, leave it in the comment section below. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.